Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is your brother Gil Armani again from myteskia.com. We're taking your questions. Today's questioner is saying, are there any or are there underlying emotional or mental health issues that may be connected to my porn addiction? Yes, we're gonna go through at least 8 issues that are linked to porn addiction. Most people who ask this question are already dealing with them. They're trying to understand themselves and why they're feeling the way they are. And recently I was talking to a client and they had suicidal thoughts. And indeed, they are linked to porn addiction because it goes porn addiction. The reward system gets basically hijacked. Then you start feeling depression, low dopamine threshold gets affected. Then you go to stress, then anxiety, then depression. Then after that, it can lead to suicidal thoughts. And of course, Shaitan is there to make sure that he blows things out of proportion and that you feel even worse. Anyway, what are some of the underlying issues? Stress and anxiety, as I said, this is definitely linked to pornography because your brain is affected and because you're not. Also, the fact that you know that it's haram, there's this dissonance in your brain. You know that what you're doing is wrong and it's causing you constant stress and anxiety. Depression, no doubt. Sadness, hopelessness. Not just that you're watching pornography, is that you cannot get married because you're having all these issues. A lot of men don't want to get married. They say, I want to first treat myself. It's kind of like a chicken and egg thing, right? Which one do I do first? Do I treat myself first, then get married, or do I get married to treat myself? And I always say they should do it in parallel. You have to get the treatment, which, by the way, you can get with our work. And you have to also get married so you can have a halal outlet. Loneliness and isolation, obviously that's what comes next because you feel shame. You want to be away from people. You have the elephant in the room syndrome where you think that you're the only one and everyone else is pure and you shouldn't be around people. Then you have, of course, low self-esteem. You start looking in the mirror, you start seeing what you don't like, having a very sedimentary lifestyle. You start being out of shape. You just don't like yourself, start losing hair, get out of touch with yourself. Of course, relation problems, difficulties in actually establishing a relationship with a woman, even wanting to get married, even trying to, even vetting, even putting in the work. Many men don't want to because, well, they have the immediate reward right there. Of course, trauma, it does qualify as a trauma, especially, as I said, the first contact, the first point of contact, I believe it is a sexual trauma. But it can also be that you're using pornography due to trauma and how to deal with these emotions. Boredom, of course, we live in a world where everyone's just bored. Oh, I don't feel like doing anything. I'm tired. I don't feel like doing anything. You just have to pass time, whether it's Netflix, whether it's whatever. People are just doing PMO because they're bored. They have too much time on their hands. Our lifestyle is so easy. People complain that, oh, life is hard. Life is hard. What's hard about your life? Really? You can order Uber on your phone. You can just do whatever. You get paid and direct deposit. You have social services supporting you if you cannot work. What's so hard? So it's just, sadly, we're weak. And last but not least, as I said before, I kind of hinted to it, the body image issues. There's a lot of insecurities when it comes to, specifically when it comes to women. Right? So women look at pornography, they see these pretty women or whatever that men desire, and they feel horrible about themselves because they do not have these images. Whether it's pornography or just regular media, women are affected more when it comes to their body image. They start going for these surgeries, liposuction and whatever, BBL. They inject their lips, their buttocks, they inject their breasts, they inject everything these days. And they start looking, subhanAllah, like not humans anymore. And this is a problem because they don't see it. They think they look pretty because they see these women looking kind of like that. Some of these women might be natural, but they know that they themselves don't look like that. So now they want to look like that. So they do the unnatural to try to look like them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our sisters, especially when it comes to this. I would say women are mostly affected, but for the other points, men as well. Jazakallah khair. Make sure you check the links in our bio and in the description. Support the work. Assalamu alaikum.